Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Today on The Yum and the Restless, Daniel and Summer worry about Phyllis' radio silence. Victor crosses paths with Jack and Diane, and Michael ignores his boss. At Society, Claire asks Victor if there's really nothing she and Kyle can do to change his mind about their relationship. Victor obstinately says, nothing. Nikki walks in, looks at their faces and asks, "What did I miss?" Across the room, Daniel tells Summer he wants to leave since she's fixating on Kyle and Claire. Summer will stop. She insists she's not jealous, only concerned. Daniel challenges her to prove it. "Let's go." Claire tells her that her grandfather made it clear there is nothing Kyle can say or do to change his opinion of their relationship. Summer agrees to leave and Kyle watches them walk out. At Kyle's table, Nikki asks her husband what he was thinking. Victor says Kyle spoke his piece, and nothing he said changed his opinion of his character. Claire says he's being unfair. Kyle came in good faith. Victor won't budge. He knows there will be trouble, and he doesn't want her to have any part of it. Kyle and Nikki want to know what he means by that. Victor says the Abbotts are a disaster waiting to happen. Kyle asks if this is about his parents. Their bond is stronger than ever. How can he be so sure there's going to be trouble, unless you plan on causing it yourself? Victor glares. Michael and Lauren arrive at the Jazz Lounge bar, and she realizes something is going on with him. "Let's get it out, and then we can go back to having a lovely evening." He tells her Victor has a new plan for war on the Abbotts, and he hates it. It's as nasty as ever. And to what end? Why can't the man just let things go? Lauren wishes she knew and rants about what Diane and Jack went through the last time. Michael warns his boss is determined to strip them of every last shred of happiness. Lauren and Michael think Victor needs a new hobby. Lauren reminds Michael that she warned him about these situations arising if he went back to work for the man. "Maybe, just maybe, you should have listened to me." Michael is as faithful to Victor as it gets. Lauren knows what Victor means to him. He never left his side even during the shooting. She wants to know what actually happened that night. But Michael says, "There's nothing to see here." Lauren complains that he's avoiding her question. She needs to know how much danger he was in. She'll hold his olives hostage until he tells her everything she wants to know. Start talking. Michael will tell her exactly what they told Chance. He had a meeting with Victor and Nick, and Adam were there. At some point, Ian showed up wanting vengeance for Jordan's death. He grabbed the security guard's gun and came clean about everything. Then he announced he was going to shoot them all, but Victor saved the day by taking the bullet meant for Nikki. He and Ian struggled over the gun, and Ian died. Lauren fumes that Michael had nothing to do with this. Why didn't Victor demand Ian let him leave? Michael says he did, but he stayed. Lauren's unimpressed as Michael explains the underlying respect he gets from Victor. He's family, and he wasn't going anywhere. Lauren exclaims, "Even if you could have gotten killed." Michael's only regret is that he couldn't prevent Victor from being shot. Lauren knows Michael didn't get the father he deserved. It does her heart good to know he has someone strong like Victor to rely on, but that man ticks her off way too often. He could have died that night. No amount of loyalty would have been able to fill the hole left in her and Fenn's lives if that had happened. Michael's sorry he put what they had at risk. But only Ian died. He and Jordan took Heather's life and nearly destroyed Phyllis and Sharon's. He got exactly what he deserved. Lauren wipes away her tears. "Now tell me the rest." She knows he crossed the line of the legal truth. In bed in their suite, Diane promises Jack he'll be thrilled with the results at the house. He tells her she was right. This little getaway was exactly what he needed. Diane loves being alone. "We should do this more often." He likes the way she thinks. Diane decides they need food. She wants to get dressed and go to Society. Daniel and Summer arrive at the GCAC, with Daniel leaving Phyllis a voicemail about her radio silence and asking for a call back. Summer wonders if she zipped off to Paris to meet with Billy. Daniel points out they're all supposed to meet up for breakfast tomorrow, and she's the one who planned it. Summer reminds him their mom tends to chase after the shiniest object. She's sure Phyllis is fine. Daniel muses that she couldn't get her to stop texting and calling before he accepted the offer. And now he can't get in touch. It's not like their mom. Summer feels that there must be an explanation. Maybe their mom lost her phone. Daniel points out she's practically attached to her phone. Summer suggests they go upstairs and see if she's asleep. Daniel doesn't want to do that, but it's hard not to worry about her. Summer reminds him the people who are the real threat are dead now. She's sure Phyllis has just gone down an Abbott Communications rabbit hole. They agreed to wait until breakfast. If she doesn't show, then they can worry. Daniel teases Summer about being a Phyllis knockoff. Summer says she's not a knockoff, she's capture. But their mother has a lot of qualities she aspires to. She's just not a jealous stalker. Daniel urges her to make sure she doesn't become one. As the night continues, Daniel jokes that he hopes Kyle and Claire don't show up to ruin Summer's mood. She gets irritated, and he apologizes. Daniel couldn't help but think there's still something there. Summer insists she doesn't care who Kyle's dating. Daniel says, as long as it's not Audra or Claire. Summer yelps, "Stop." Daniel reminds her she's back on track with Chance and shouldn't be obsessing over Kyle. Summer informs him that he's the only person at the table who is obsessing. Daniel asks what's going on. Is she not back on track with Chance? Summer doesn't know. After the way he treated Daniel, and the way he was with Lucy and their mom during the investigation, she doesn't know what to think. Daniel shrugs that he was just doing his job. He wants his sister to be happy. If that's with Chance, great. He's just concerned that she's so worried about Kyle's love life when she claims to be over him. Summer accuses him of sounding like Mom. Daniel just thought she might need someone to talk to. Summer is fine and doesn't want to argue about this anymore. Can we please just leave it at that? Daniel turns his attention to the menu selection, but Summer's not hungry anymore. She begs off to do work. Daniel apologizes for screwing up their dinner. Summer asks that they declare Kyle a topic that's off the table and walks away. At society, Victor tells the table that Diane and Jack will self-destruct and Kyle and Claire will be caught in the middle of it. Kyle complains that this is based on nothing more than his hatred for his family. Nikki says Jack and Diane have nothing to do with Kyle and Claire's relationship. Kyle tells Victor his argument is about his feelings about his parents. Victor tells him he broke Summer's heart, and he isn't going to do the same thing to Claire. Kyle says he and Summer are in a very good place. Victor boons, "You're not the right man for Claire." Kyle declares this to be ridiculous. Victor promises that a continued relationship between the two of them will be a massive mistake. He tells Kyle, "It's up to you to make it right." Kyle takes Claire's hand. "That's exactly what I plan to do." Victor warns if he hurts his granddaughter, he'll answer to him. With that, he walks out. Jack and Diane enter as he nears the door. Jack and Diane needle Victor, including about buying up Blissade. Victor tells them to enjoy their fabricated bliss. It won't last. Jack and Diane join Kyle's table. Jack asks what they missed. Nikki sniffs, "Trust me, you don't want to know." Jack and Diane get in the loop, and Diane says Victor wants to control his granddaughter's life the way he wants to control everyone around him. Kyle relays that he's sure the House of Abbott will fall again. Diane says he needs to mind his own business. Kyle says that's not going to happen. Jack hopes this isn't scaring Claire away. Kyle says, "It's not, is it?" Claire won't be scared off by her grandfather, but it breaks her heart that he won't give them a chance. She asks Nikki to talk to him. She'll try again, but can't make any promises. Diane snorts that he's stubborn and vengeful. Nikki says those are two things she would know about. Jack and Kyle figure Victor's plotting something against their family as they speak. Nikki's so tired of this ongoing war. He took a bullet for his family, but can't see that what Jack did for her was just as heroic. Diane rolls her eyes. Victor knows Jack's a better man than he could ever be. Jack is sick that he's dragged Kyle and Claire into the middle of this latest battle. Nikki warns, "Brace yourselves. This is far from over." In the jazz lounge, Michael tells Lauren he doesn't want to get into legalities with her. She exclaims, "I knew it." He thinks that all she needs to know is that Chance and the police are satisfied. He admits he sometimes leaves a fact or two out, but he sleeps quite soundly knowing that Chance got the truth he needed to hear. "You should sleep equally well, preferably in my arms." Lauren worries that whatever he did will come back to bite him. He'll always be dodging bullets for Victor. Michael doesn't want to talk about Victor anymore. He tells Lauren she looks gorgeous tonight and he adores her. He stands and pulls her onto the dance floor, spinning her around and kissing her cheek. Michael decides they should go upstairs. They kiss. Lauren purrs, "Now you're talking." At the GTAC, Michael and Lauren shut the door of their suite as they kiss and start undressing. Michael tells Lauren he adores her, and they head to the bed. As he unzipped her dress and kisses her shoulder, Victor calls. Lauren looks at her husband pointedly. He ignores the call, dropping the phone on the nightstand. At the ranch, Victor leaves Michael a voicemail, saying he wants as much information about J-Butt's future plans as possible. And he wants it ASAP. Next on The Young and the Restless, Audra presses Holden for intel. Sally is bothered by Billy's bond with Phyllis, and Damien surprises Nate and Amy.